How many times did you commit adultery last week? And with how many women? Jesus says, "You have heard that it was said to those of old, 'You shall not commit adultery.' But I say to you that whoever looks at a woman to lust for her has already committed adultery with her in his heart." Jesus tells you that when you look at a woman to lust after her, you commit adultery. Yes, this adultery takes place in your heart and not in a hotel room, but it's still adultery. The sin you commit isn't similar to adultery or sort of adultery or a diminished form of adultery. It's actual adultery. The second thing Jesus tells you is that when you lust after a woman with your eyes, you commit adultery with her. You don't commit adultery with an abstraction or with a hypothetical person or merely with a concept. You commit adultery with the woman you are lusting after. But you not only sin with her, you also sin against her. A whopping 70% of female trafficking victims are trafficked into the commercial sex industry, including pornography, stripping, and brothels. According to a recent industry report, according to many survivors of sex trafficking, there is often no way to know whether a girl or woman in a pornographic video is appearing on camera under coercive, non-consensual, or threatening circumstances. Viewers can't know whether they are viewing a child or whether the performer is being raped on camera. That's from the Porn Industry and Human Trafficking Reinforce Each Other report. You may think you are viewing a porn star, an adult actress, a performer in the commercial sex industry, but you are just as likely viewing a girl or woman who is performing for you under duress. She is being forced to perform sex acts for your pleasure. She is engaging in degrading, often violent and dangerous sex acts for you against her will. This makes you a willing participant in her misery. When you lust after her, you sin with her and you sin against her. I was guilty of this when I looked at pornography. I never gave any thought to the woman on the other end of the camera, the woman who was likely being forced to perform sexual immorality for me. I never considered that many of the so-called porn stars that I watched were likely dead and buried by the time I saw them on video, either from suicide, drug overdose, or murdered at the hands of their traffickers. My demand for their services killed them. When you watch porn, you sin against someone's daughter, someone's granddaughter, someone's sister, someone's aunt. For her sake, please don't.